Well, I guess we're live. I wonder if anybody's there. Could you please give me a thumbs up if the video screen and the sound is okay? Thank you, Anne-Marie. That's good to know. Thanks so much. I think, oh, Maria's on. Hi, Maria. Yep, we're both fine. Thank you very much. Yep, we're both good. Hope you're well as well. Nice to see you. Last time I saw you, I think, was in the up terrace at Rona Gran. Hola, amigo. ¿Qué tal? Hi, Maria. I hope you enjoyed your last day in Los Cristianos. We certainly enjoyed the last few days after you left, but it was nice to see you, and thanks for coming in and saying hello. Really appreciate it. I've got some facts and figures about the channel later, so I'll wait until we get a few more people on, and then I'll give you the details. Hi, David. Oh, thanks, David. Yeah, that's good, Maria. I'm glad you enjoyed your time. It was nice to see you anyway. And you too. Hope you're both well. And you too. Hope you're both well. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else, which is good. Thanks for joining. As I say, it's really impromptu. I was actually waiting for Colin to get back to me. He's been having some issues over in Disneyland. His signal is not too good at all, and he intended to do a live tonight, and I just heard from him about an hour ago that the signal keeps bouncing off. So I said to him, look, do you mind if I go ahead and do the slot? And he was delighted. So thanks, Colin. Evening, Patrick. How are you? Evening, Suzanne. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. Everybody's saying hello to you. Hope you're well, Patrick. When's your next trip out to see Dave? He said he was getting the cat shops stocked up for you. David, what was your best meal out on holiday? Without a shadow of doubt, the best meal we had on holiday was in El Pincho. That's awful kind. It was lovely to see you and Marie as well. I know we had a brief time on the Sunday morning with Steve and Denise and Sandy and Sarah, but it was nice to catch up just one-on-one so we could have a wee chat. Really enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time to come and visit us at the Arona. I'm sure you'll enjoy March. We're looking forward to it as well. Mind you, we've only been back about 10 minutes and we're looking forward to it already. Evening, Prash. Hope you're well. Yes, very much so. Hope we get a collab soon, pal. Keep up the good work. I've been keeping an eye on a couple of vlogs during the course of today. I didn't get much chance to catch up a lot on holiday because obviously I was doing stuff for myself, but I've been having a look today. And I remember you asking Patrick how long the walk was from PS4 to Arona, and I think I said about 15 to 20 minutes at a leisurely stroll, which is probably about right. I did see you dancing. I'm not going to give you a run for your money, Vinny. You've got too many moves there, pal. Well, listen, appreciate you all coming on. We've up to 13 now. As I said earlier on, for those that missed it, I was having a word with Colin earlier on today, and we were trying to contact each other, but his signal apparently is terrible out at Disneyland in Paris. So I was waiting to hear from him before I nipped in and nicked his spot. David, no, I haven't been at the Rona Gran at Christmas time. It's too much of a family thing here. But as you know, I was there last New Year, which was absolutely superb. We really, really enjoyed it. Just couldn't justify the cost of going at New Year this year. It's gone up significantly. Yep, I remember David and Anne Marie when I met you in the reception area of the Rona Gran. I think David's first words were, "It's like the volcano, but on steroids." I thought that was quite a good an acronym. To give you a wee Yeah, thank you, David. It was really, really good. I'm surprised actually I managed to film with the free champagne going all night. I was really surprised I managed to film what I did and it was coherent. Well, some people might say it wasn't, but I thought it was quite coherent considering. Just to give you a wee update on my own channel, his personal thing. Um, when we were in Tenerife, the subscribers went up 170, which is actually quite remarkable for a small channel. So that was really, really surprising. And thanks to everybody that's a new subscriber that followed us when we were over in Tenerife. And the channel itself this month has had 42,500 views, which is absolutely phenomenal. So I was really, really pleased. And again, thanks to all that have joined in. I really, really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much. Thanks, Anne Marie. I was trying to make it as quick as possible, but it's very difficult. It's a big hotel to cover. Hi, Craig. Thanks for joining me. I know it was a wee bit late. It's just that I was trying to catch up with Cole earlier on today to see if he was going to do a live, and he was trying to get a reception, and the reception apparently in Disneyland is absolutely horrendous. So I asked him if he would mind if I just nipped in and used his slot. Obviously, I wanted to check with Colin first, because I wouldn't just come in and do it off my bat. I wanted to check with him first, and he said it was fine. So you'll need to excuse if my camera moves up and down. I've actually got my legs in mid-air at the moment. I've got my recliner on the seat, so please excuse it if it goes up and down a wee bit. See if there's any more questions. No, I think we're up to date now. Cheers, Vinny. Appreciate it. Really do. As I said, I don't know if you heard me when I was away. Um, when I go away, when we both go away together, it's Anne's holiday as well as I do, and I'm really conscious of the fact is that she is a bit reluctant to be on camera, and it's not fair to her if I'm constantly out doing vlogs here, there, and everywhere. So I try to do what I can do. I think I've got another couple to do, but I'll need to put them on the back burner just now as I've got a wee bit to do. How many rooms are there, David? Oh, you know something? I think it's about. I'm just trying to work out the floors. We're normally on the sixth floor, and I think the 670 is the highest number in the sixth floor, but that's assuming that every single floor has got, I would say it's probably around about 600. No, I don't, Anne Marie. I haven't had a chance to do it yet. I've got some footage to put up. Whether it's going to be significant or not, I don't know. I've been trying to download stuff off the cameras and things today because I was using two cameras on holiday. So it's trying to amalgamate them and get them to the best presentation possible. It's still a work in progress. It is big, David, but it never seems big. It's a strange, I think everybody is in different parts of the hotel. You've got the up terrace, you've got downstairs. People, obviously, there's a lot of people that sit in the shade round the corner and then behind, as you'll notice. And I think It is a big hotel, but it doesn't seem big. It doesn't seem impersonal. It seems quite cozy at times. Good evening, Michael. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. I was just speaking to Webby about half an hour ago regarding the walk. So I believe you're heading out there to go do the walk. Good on you. Well done. There we go. There's a wee message from Craig to Anne Marie. Glad everybody's talking amongst themselves. Please, if you've got any questions, whether it's to do with holiday hotel or whatever, just fire them away. And as I say, I'll try and to do the best to answer them. It is, Anne Marie, it is. And as I said, it's big, it's not impersonal, and it's quite homely. We're really comfortable there, as you know, so enjoyed it. Well, we both enjoyed it, I should say. Thank you, Patrick. Yep, just hit that thumbs up button, please. Are we drinking on a schooner? Vinny, I'm not. And one of the reasons why is I'm in a gradual dry out process from the last 2 weeks. It was really quite hectic, but no, I had a couple of glasses of wine at the weekend, but I tend not to do anything during the week. I try and keep it sensible during the week. I'll have a couple of glasses at the weekend, etc., but certainly I try not to have anything during the week. I was interested to see the vlog that Rick put up recently, Rick and Shelley. Well, it was actually on Rick's channel about the fact that people were talking about drinking in Tenerife, etc. So it was really quite interesting. Is he still got you doing thumbnails, Michael? Honestly, what is he like? He's no real. Excuse me. Thank you, Patrick. Thanks, Anne Marie. Appreciate that. So we've got 22 on, so appreciate everybody at the last minute coming to join us. As I say, anybody got any I just watched. I watched just Rick. I know it would probably put you off, wouldn't it, Craig, when you watch that? But I think a bottle of whiskey a day is pretty severe. 7 goals. I didn't even get paid. I don't know if you saw the live I did, Michael, with Tim and Webby when Anne and I went out to Monte Cristo. I did say to him that you're getting 3 months free in his apartment, but he wouldn't have anything to do with it. So you'll need to chin him about that when you get out there. David, we haven't. And I believe it's really quite good as well. I tell you what we did do. One day we were going out to the Garlic Chicken, and as you know, it was closed, but we went to see Harry, and it was Harry's son that served us. So he was really a really nice lad. And we had the 3-course at the Tandoori Hut, which was excellent, and it was excellent value. That's a good one. When do you arrive in Tenerife, Michael? I think the walk's on, is it the 12th or the 13th? You might be able to correct me on that. Webby's sponsored walk. I think Webby's sponsored walk should be renamed to be Webby's sponsored P-Up. Good evening, Simon. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. 12th to the 15th. And I think is Webby's on walk on the 13th, Michael? Yeah, they seem very pleasant. Anne Marie, I was pleasantly surprised, because normally we go to the Star Bengal, and whilst I think they're probably on a par with each other, we certainly liked the welcome that we got from the family. Yeah, 13th, 10:30, and I believe you're starting at the 19th hole. I think Webby had a vlog up earlier on. I used to love Due Date. Was it Doodas or was it Due Date? I can't remember, Vinny. I know exactly where you are, but I can't remember the name of it, to be honest with you. I saw somebody put a picture up of Goodfellows, saying that it was closed and they thought it'd shut for good. But I saw Tez did a vlog today, and there was people sitting in it, and it looked quite busy. So I think that might have just been the rumour mill. 19th hole to Buddies. You sure you'll get that far, Michael? I mean, that's a long walk from the 19th hole to Buddies, and there's no chance of Webby going in Buddies. That's all I'm saying. Good evening, Carol. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. As I say, it was very much done in the last minute. Whatever the bookie's saying about that golf, I've no idea, David. I've no idea. It was just something that I could do to help out, so I was more than delighted to do it for Webby and the Fact people, because I know they do a lot of good work on the island. So anything to help. Patrick, do tell. Well, I really, it's probably no secret, but I don't think Webby and Andrew get along, and that's me being polite about it. But anyway, not saying anything else. No, I'm not, Michael. I spoke to actually I sent Webby a WhatsApp today. It's just I just can't get away then, unfortunately. I'm actually off work just now, but I'll probably be back towards the end of the month, but I'm just waiting to get a few things finalized. Yes, exactly. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. As I say, just a small gesture, but something that I could do. So I was more than happy to do it for them. And I did enjoy a chat with Webby and Tim at the Monte Cristo on Friday, albeit short, but it was good. And it was nice to see Ted there as well, Ted and Carol. Ted came up and introduced himself. Anne was sitting probably, when we went in, the Monte Cristo was packed because of the Sticky 13. So Anne was probably sitting more in Playa Paraiso than she was in Caio Salvaje, but it was fine. And they went up and talked to her without being in the camera, because I know she wouldn't have wanted to be on the camera. That's true, Craig. There's no way that Webby's going to be able to work that app for the. He was talking about putting stuff on some what was it, auction channel or something. I thought, God, he can hardly wear his blooming, he can hardly work his gimbal. What chance has he got of doing that? Well, it's 30 on. That's probably 30 more than I hoped for. So thank you very much for joining us. If you weren't with us earlier on, I was just telling everybody that we put the subscribers up by 170 when we were in Tenerife, which was absolutely remarkable. I was really, really pleased. And we had, over the last 3 weeks, we've had 42,500 views, which is phenomenal. So for a small channel, I think that's really good. Maybe others that have got a YouTube channel will correct me on that, but for us, it was really quite fantastic. So pleased. And again, thanks to all. Thanks to Anne for a promotion. Thanks to everybody that comes in and joins in, makes a comment. So I really do appreciate it. Thanks, Michael. As I say, I don't really have any. It's very difficult for me to compare it with previous things, but actually, Simon, I'm feeling quite hungry just now, just talking about it. Good evening, Si. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Very good of you. As I say, it's just a wee last minute thing. Sorry if I'm looking away. It's just that I've got my iPad open next to me, so I could give you an up to date on the subscribers and the views, etc., etc. Uh, Jem, there's several places you can watch it. They actually will play it in the hotel. If you saw my tour of the hotel, they actually have a sports bar down in the ground floor, just next to where the entertainment place is, where they show the entertainment, and also the other side of the terrace where we were sitting out with Anne Marie and David. So there is a sports bar there, and they've got a big screen up on the inside. So I no doubt you'll see it there. If for some reason they didn't have it on, which I would hard to believe that they wouldn't. Just across the road, there's the Market Tavern, and I know that they show all the football. So if you come out the main door of the hotel, and instead of turning left, where you can go left and down to Big Ben, and there's a few bars down there, but if you turn to the right, there's the Market Taverns up there, which is usually quite comfortable, and it's a nice place to sit and have a drink and just watch the football. They've got a few big screens, so probably either the hotel or the Market Tavern would probably be the best bet. At least with the hotel, you don't have to move very far. Thank you, Maria. Really appreciate it. I'm just trying to think if you were actually in one or two of them, but maybe you'll correct me on that. I better leave. Well, Jem, I'm quite happy to that because my best friend at school, and he's still probably my best friend if we've been friends since we were 14. So that's 42 years. He is actually a huge Newcastle fan, and his dad actually grew up with the Charlton brothers in Ashington. So there you go. So he's a big Newcastle fan. So always keep an eye out for Newcastle. I stay in Troon, Michael. I do stay in Troon. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. It was a long one to do, and I was a bit concerned the length of it, and I actually had the bit that we took in the spa that I was going to put into the middle of it, but I thought, no, I'll put that on a separate video, and then at least it won't make it as long as it actually was. But we had the whole spa to ourselves. It was absolutely phenomenal. When you're in the up terrace, the up package, and Maria will know that if you stay for more than 7 days, you get a free massage. So you get a free massage, and then you can use the spa either before or after the massage. And it was wonderful. We had the whole spa to ourselves, so it was lovely. Oh, that's a good result for the Irish ladies after half an hour. My goodness, it'll be a cricket score, David, at the end of it. There's a couple more still to come, Maria, so I don't know. But every time I saw you, I can't remember if I had my camera. And to be honest with you, I don't really like sticking it up folks' noses, I must admit. I try to be as succinct and not as invasive as possible. In fact, that's why I didn't get a lot of good use out the drone, because I was always wary that the fact that people were about. Good evening, Mr. Dowd. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. It's Mr. Ambassador. I'm sure everybody that's on here will know Tim from his own channel, but check it out. Thanks, Anne Marie's put the link up. There we go. 8-0. My goodness. I don't know how. I think Scotland ladies are playing tonight. I don't know how they're getting on. Only 1-0, but this aggressive. Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate it. I think everybody's just talking amongst themselves. Webby. Listen, Webby, a pleasure. You know, I'll do anything to help. I'll do what I can. It's always difficult being so far away, but I'm glad. Hopefully it raises a few euros for your charity, pal. I must admit, I'm just, as I said to you when I WhatsApp you earlier, it's a shame that I can't make it out to join you, but I wish you all the best. You know that. My sentiments as well, Craig. Hope Christine and yourself are well, Tim. Thanks for coming in to join me. There we go. There's a wee plug for Webby Boom. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie's absolutely electric at putting these links up. She's brilliant. Tip your screen forward so your head is touching the top of the frame. How's that, Tim? That better? I know who you meant, Tim. Don't worry. There we are. Head's touching the top of the screen. Actually, what I was trying to do was stop the reflection of my glasses, because I was trying to make sure that I could read the comments. Bye, Maria. Thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate it. All the best. And thanks for coming up to say hello. I think we'd had a couple of drinks when you did it, mind you. Raining at the airport. What airport, Webby? Tenerife South. Oh, I didn't realise you'd lost the cover for your drone, Tim. That's good. I'm glad you got it. Tenerife, raining at the airport. My goodness. Unbelievable. We had a couple of cloudy days when we were there. Well, it was a cloudy afternoon, and then I woke up one morning and I went out to the balcony, and there was actually water lying along the balcony trim. So it must have rained during the night, but nothing like to what it is here. Oh, at least you found it, Tim, because I know that the camera cover is quite important for the drone. You're a bit more professional at using yours than I am at mine, Tim. As I said, unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of a chance to use it before I came away because it was, as you know, it was relatively new because of the wind here. So it was really just stick it up and see when I was in Tenerife. But I got a wee bit of good footage out of it. Indeed, we are. Well, there's 34 on, so thanks everybody for joining in. I really appreciate it. I was surprised. I saw Kevin had a live this morning and he had a bit of IT issues. Talking about Tim, has Kevin contact you? I think he was going to contact you regarding his camera, how it keeps coming up vertical instead of horizontal. Yep, Sandy, it is a fab place. In fact, when we go back in October, Anne and I were thinking of doing a wee self-catering couple of weeks just for a change. And we were looking at the Paloma Beach, and they said it was fully booked, but they said that they would let us know if anything came up. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. John, if you're in the hotel, we've got quite a lot of friends arriving on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday this week. So if you see Angie and Phil, say hello. You'll notice him. Phil's quite a good raconteur. He was a officer in nuclear submarines for 35 years, so he's got some quite good stories to tell you. Right. Okay, Tim, that's fine. I know because Kevin did say to me that he was gonna meet up on Friday morning, so that'll be great. Because I know he was having real difficulties with it today when he was walking right through Glasgow. Mr. Butler, you're multitasking again, watching the football. Glad to hear it. I think I can hear Brentford and Sheffield Wednesday playing, but I'll not worry about that. Two teams that I'm not really that bothered about. That's probably quite true, Simon. Definitely. I was actually supposed to go up and see Kevin before he goes away, but unfortunately, there was we've got too many things on between the two of us, so I'll probably catch up with him when he comes back, and we're going to do a wee joint vlog in Glasgow or somewhere about. So thanks, Graham. So it's 3-0 in aggregate. The Spanish coach was saying at Scotland Ladies today that they're going through, and I thought, I hope he's not been a bit previous. But anyway, that's good news. You're staying in Port in October next year. That'll be nice, David. A wee bit of a twin centre job. Yep. And as I said, Anne and I are thinking of doing something a wee bit different. Has anybody that's been on, or do they know anybody that has stayed as you come through the tunnel in Los Cristianos? There is a place up on the right-hand side, I think it's, is it stay on the beach or live on the beach or something? The apartments look lovely. Where do we look at them? Yep, Jem, that is absolutely true. Um, the private taxi transfer, if you stay, you got that free if you stay more than 7 days in the Rona Grand or any of the spring hotels. But that is stopping on the 1st of November, which is Friday, Wednesday, and it's going to be replaced by a bus which is going to service the three hotels every hour. So that'll be that is not a rumor, that is actually happening. And in fact, I was saying earlier on that we've got friends going out this week and they've already had the email giving them instructions that they go to the Sierra y Gonzalez desk, and they'll be given instructions from there, which is all very well. But when you were getting the taxi, you arrived at the airport, you went straight to the taxi desk, you're in the taxi and away. But if you arrive, say for instance, you're out the um, collection and your passport stamp, etc., and your luggage collection at 11:05, you're going to have to wait until 12 o'clock for the next bus. I don't think I'll be doing that. I think we'll just arrange a private taxi. Sorry, Anne Marie, the Andorra is missing. Is that regarding booking the Andorra? Ah, sorry, I'm with you now. Yeah. Yep. And funny enough, somebody else recommended Andorra. I think Michael was there, didn't he? And he said it was wonderful and it looked very good but I think he had a room right at the top with a huge big balcony. But yeah, it's certainly something we'll think about. It's just for a wee change because, as you know, Anne and I do like eating out. So we're gonna maybe do that next October, just for a wee change. Make make it a wee bit different. That's good, Anne Marie. Whereabouts are you going to be staying in Puerto? Thanks, Michael. Yep, it certainly looked good. No problem, John. As I say, I know when we were there. In fact, before we left, I got an email from Sarah and Gonzalez, the coach people, and I thought, what the hell is this all about? So I contacted one of my contacts in the hotel, who's Steffi Deschert. She's the PR and public relations manager at the Rona Grand, and she apologized. She said, no, they were doing test emails and sending test emails out to everybody to see if the system was working. So that's why we got that email. So anyway, that's what happened. And I know a lot of people are really not that happy about it. So we'll see what happens. But the reason why they were saying the taxi stopping was they wanted to take less traffic off the roads. Now that's all very well if they're going to buy out 20 taxis and take them off the road, but that isn't going to happen. So it's a cost cutting exercise. That's all it is. Yeah, Craig, I spoke to Kevin when he came off the live. He phoned me actually, and he said that he had everything set up before he actually went onto the live. And his phone, he said his phone settings were right and the orientation was right. And as soon as he went onto YouTube, it automatically changed it back to the portrait mode. So without seeing it, I don't know what he's doing. That's right, Simon. It's El Cine and a Bordeaux. They both are right next door to each other. It's funny how two brothers, and as far as I'm aware, they still don't talk to each other. And in fact, we actually like eating in both of them. And they sometimes look through and they see if you're eating in one and they're not eating in the other, they give you an absolute stare out. But the El Cine is great, but the staff in there have all had charisma bypasses. But then again, you just put up with it because you like it, and that's it. I Patrick, I don't know anybody that's stayed in Parky for, but I know so many folk that have stayed in other parkies and they've been more than happy. So I'm sure you'll be fine. I think Michael would probably be one of the best to ask about that, Edinburgh and beyond. If Michael, you're still on, if you could maybe answer Patrick's um, question about Parky Santiago 4. No, it's we're talking about the taxi transfer, Michael, that the Spring Hotels, if you book direct with Spring Hotels and you stay for more than 7 days, they used to provide you with a taxi transfer to and from the airport, but that's stopping and they're going to be putting everybody on a, well, they said a minibus, but we'll wait and see. So we've got 39 on. Thank you very much for everybody for joining in. That's probably a record for me, actually, 39. Oh, that's right, David. I was reading about the alarms going off and the phones. I've been hearing about that. I certainly haven't had it over here, but I know that they will be trying it shortly. There we go, Graham. Fantastic. And I'm not biased, honestly. Thank you, Graham. I'm sure Patrick will be pleased about that one. Thanks, Anne Marie. Patrick, I know I'm sure you'll enjoy it anyway. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Somebody's trying to get hold of me. There we go. Patrick. Santiago Four's plastic days to stay, and he's not biased, honestly. Well, I know you wouldn't be, Graham. I know you give it the real deal. I think actually Tez would be the best one to ask for that, Carol. Because he went just after they had the refurbed, and after that he went back again, and he said still things were still not right. So I don't know where he's staying just now. I know he's back on the island, but he'd probably be the best to give you an update. Next time he's on a live, just ask him, just make a wee comment and see if he comes back to you. Patrick, Angry's asking, well, Graham's asking, is it a private let or is it booking through the hotel? Room small there, right? Thanks, David. I appreciate that. We stayed in it years ago, but we haven't been back for a long, long time. So I couldn't really comment. I didn't know if they changed any of the rooms during the well, they've obviously refurbed them. Hi, Stuart. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm fine. All good, thank you. Missing the islands, but hey, we can't be there all the time, unfortunately, as much as we'd like to. Booked it through website, Angry, paid extra for the garden view. Well, there we are. If it's a garden view, it'll be nice, Patrick. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for joining in. Well, Nikki, I didn't like to say, but I've spoken to a couple of people from home. One of my pals at home, he has been there 2 or 3 times, pre-COVID, post-COVID, pre-refurbishment, and then after, and he's looking to go somewhere else. So it's one of these things. You just don't know. There's that the public alarm, Tim. Yeah, I heard about that. I think Patrick's going in December. Anne Marie. Okay, I don't think there's anybody else asking any more questions. Cool, dude. Wonder where you got that saying from, Craig. December the 9th, Patrick's heading out to Parque, Santiago 4. Well, Patrick, enjoy. I'll probably speak to you between now and then anyway, through some medium or another. Only B&B. Thanks, Carol. I thought that as well, but I didn't like to say. I noticed that, Tim, you on your live today, you said that they were closing the march for a refurbishment. From the people I've spoken to, they said it's long overdue. I think they did is it the upper two floors? Quite a while ago still now though. So mate, I don't know what, I mean, that's quite a big hotel. So I wonder where they'll put the people that are booked, unless they just said, right, we're closing and that's it. It's what if they're closing for a year, then it must have been well planned. Tim, you'll probably know this. Are there any other Sol hotels in the area that they would transfer the staff to? That's nice to know. That's nice to know, Graham. Back at the Parque La Paz. Looking for yeah, but I agree. I definitely, Tim, because I mean that hotel will have a fair lot of staff in there. I mean, they just well, unless they follow them like they did during COVID, but I don't know. I can't think of any other Sol hotel that's close by. Is there any in Las Americas? Oh, I'll need to find that out. That's true, Graham. It always is a busy hotel. And if it's funny because when I walk past the travel agents in Troon, invariably you'll see some kind of deal up in the window, and it's invariably the Sol Arona if it's in Los Cristianos. Yes, I think it is, Stuart. If somebody can correct me on that, then fine. But I think I spoke to somebody that said it was closed for refurb. The Cleopatra's nice. We stayed in the Sir Anthony's years ago, which was lovely, but it's got so pricey. It's out of the question now. Thank you, Nikki. I'm glad you agree. We stayed there once by accident, and I said after 2 days, get me out of here. Thanks, Kevin. Definitely. Kevin, Tim was on. We were talking about your orientation problems earlier. And he said he's going to sort it out for you when you arrive. And I'm not saying when you're arriving, but it's out the bag, pal. Yeah, definitely. When we stayed there, I mean, that was many years ago, but it was tired then. And as I say, we only lasted 2 days and got moved because it was horrendous. Thanks, Anne Marie, as usual, right on the ball. I was going to say to you, Kevin, it didn't really spoil the walk round Glasgow this morning. I know it would have been far better if it had been landscape rather than portrait, but it was fine. And I was surprised how many folk joined in. Excuse me. Hope that's not deafening you when I cough there. I don't know about that, Stuart. Maybe Tim or somebody's probably more local would probably be able to answer that. That's a good point, Tim. I know that they're trying to sort of muscle in on TikTok. Dave, Travel on World, Dave was telling me that they're going to move shorts to 3 minutes, but he said it was due to happen. I think it was 10 days ago, but I don't know if it's happened. Tim, you might be the best to answer that. If you go back, Kevin, I think Craig was saying something about that, but I explained to him that I'd spoken to you, and you said that you had all the proper settings on the phone before you started. Thanks, Anne Marie. Oh, there you are. They're rolling it out in stages. I don't have it. I don't think I have either, Tim. But then again, you're a bigger channel than me, so I wonder if Kev's got it because he's uh he's obviously bigger than all of us. But he'll probably mind you, it won't matter to Kevin. Still 38 on. Thanks everybody for joining in. If you if you missed it earlier on, I was just giving everybody an update on how the channel was, and just a quick thanks to everybody that's made it even better over the last few weeks. As I say, there was 170 new subscribers when I was in Tenerife, which was remarkable. And as I said to everybody, with something like in the last 3 weeks, 42,500 views, which for my channel, being a relatively small channel, was absolutely amazing. So I was so pleased. So thanks everybody. I really do appreciate everybody's support. Stuart, that's funny you should say that. When I was in the Rona Gran, we'd heard that Spring Hotels are actually going to be selling the Rona Gran, the Batacara, and the Volcano as a package. It hasn't been finalized yet, but they said it would possibly be happening next year. So that obviously there's moves about the island for lots of different things happening. So that's interesting. That's a good one, Patrick. I don't think it's quite as bad as, in fact, it's not as bad as Sucky Hall Street. I can assure you, because as I said to Kevin when he was early, when I get the bus up to work, because being over 60, I get a free bus pass in Scotland. I sometimes get the early bus, and it drops me off at the top of Hope Street, and I walk down Sucky Hall Street every day out to the university, and it's been like that for years. It's an absolute disgrace. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. Thanks, Graham. I wondered because I know that the Spring Hotel takeover or selling is not common knowledge just now, but one of the staff in the up terrace wouldn't confirm or deny. So there's obviously something afoot. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. It'll be a shame because I think Spring run a really, really tight operation there, but. As everything else, change happens. 41 on. Thanks everybody for joining in. I really do appreciate it. Kevin, I saw your other. Did you get anything else done in Glasgow today? If you're still on, pal. I 100% agree with you there, Kevin. I certainly wouldn't contemplate going back there. Would be pleased about that, Vinny. So as I said, I jumped on tonight because I'd spoken to Col earlier on today, and he said that he couldn't get a reliable signal in Disneyland, and I wouldn't just come on when I know Colin's his usual spots on a Tuesday. So I did say to Colin, he said, "Look, just go for it." So that's why I decided just to do a quick impromptu live tonight. Kevin, you don't. I must admit, I don't like vertical videos, and although I'm on TikTok, it's it's something I very rarely do unless I suddenly think, oh, put something on TikTok. But no, I'm not that keen on vertical ones either, Kev. Yeah, Stuart, yeah, I thought you were because, as I say, it wasn't common knowledge. But as I say, there's never chat and rumor without being some substance to it. The people that own Spring Hotels are actually from Catalonia. They're from outside of Barcelona. The family Spring are from outside Barcelona. So I wouldn't be surprised if something does happen, as I say, next year was what it was rumored. But we'll see what happens. Yep, agree with Kevin. Yep, definitely. 44 on, that's amazing. Thanks everybody for joining in. Sorry if I'm scratching my head. It's just that I got a bit sunburnt when I was talking to Tim. He had his hat on, I didn't. And it's itching a wee bit. But anyway, sorry about that. And I did have Factor 3 million on at the same time, which is surprising, but hey. Teach me, should have had my hat on, which I normally do. I'm surprised actually they weren't put off by his shirts, Nicky. Yes, I saw that, Catherine. It was absolutely fantastic. Not my bag, Disneyland. I mean, I've done that in the past with the kids and everything, but no, it was a great vlog. It was well done, considering how far away he was from most of the action. That's true, Billy. We can't let as cool as Tim. Definitely. Well, listen, folks, I've been on nearly an hour, so I won't take any more of your time tonight. Thank you so much for joining in. As I say, it was just an impromptu thing because Cole couldn't get a signal. But anyway, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. And until the next time, everybody take care of yourselves, look after each other, and I hope you have a good rest of the week. Is that, don't tell me, Tim, is that getting paid to Webby's PayPal channel? Thank you, Anne Marie, for all your support as usual. Thanks for posting it on the Tenerife Friends web page, really, Facebook page. Really appreciate it. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon. I'll do another one of these lives probably in the next 6 months. No, we'll try and make it a wee bit shorter than that. But thanks for joining. I hope everybody's enjoyed the evening. Thanks all for your participation and your kindness. See you soon. Hello. Hi. What's up? I've ordered the stuff, but I'd check back, and I've definitely ordered the right stuff to start with because I checked back.